Welcome. You're listening to the Best of Investing on Fox News Radio, 9:10 a.m. You know the show. It's where we present valuable information about real estate, the financial markets, and other economic business of the day. For those of you listening for the first time, here is our format. A few guys sitting around a bar having drinks without the drinks, talking business with you, the audience, listening in. I'm your host, Edward Brown, and I'm honored to have as my partners in crime Mark Hanf of Pacific Private Money, California's premier private lender, and Brian Berg of Praxis Capital. Our phone number is 888-912-1190. Write that number down, 888-912-1190. Use that number to answer the trivia questions for 3 vacations given away during each commercial break. That's right, we're giving away 9 vacations during this show. The vacations are sponsored by Lighthouse Resort and Marina, located 1 hour northeast of San Francisco. And the vacations are free. Their only request is a $75 cleaning fee to cover housekeeping expenses. Their website is lighthouse4fun.com. You can reach them at 916-777-5511. Check them out. And today's trivia theme is famous people named Mark. Now,
I know one of those.
Now, sorry, Brian. Maybe next week we'll have the famous people named Brian, all 2 of them. I can't think of that many Brians. Not too many of them. Okay. Our website is bestofinvesting.com. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube by typing Best of Investing Radio Show. Also, if you want to record our show in the future, go to dar.fm, type in the Best of Investing, and listen to our show at your leisure. And again, a quick reminder, World Wraps in Corte Madera and Santa Clara is still giving our listeners a free smoothie with purchase of wrap or bowl if you mention the Best of Investing. Go there for lunch today. They have the best wraps in town, and don't forget to mention the Best of Investing for your free smoothie. And we're having another special trivia contest next week where the winner will receive a 3-day, 2-night stay at the beautiful Sonoma Mission Inn.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, the Fairmont Sonoma Mission Inn is the ultimate wine country destination, blessed by natural mineral hot springs in the heart of California wine country. The destination resort is home to the Willow Stream Spa and Michelin award-winning Sante dining room. Guests of the inn also retain exclusive privileges to neighboring Sonoma Golf Club. For hundreds of years, ancient thermal mineral waters have graced this site. Today, our California resort is proud to be one of the only luxury spa resorts in the country with its own source of thermal mineral water. If relaxation and play are what you're after, the Fairmont Sonoma Mission Inn and Spa Resort is pleased to present special wine country packages that look after all the details of your vacation, from accommodations to green fees and spa treatments. With selections that are built around the inn's facilities, our Sonoma vacation packages cater to discerning travelers and guarantee the total Fairmont experience. You can reach them at 707-938-9000 or visit them at www.fairmont.com/Sonoma. And today we have a couple of special guests. I've known Myriam McCarthy for a number of years, and her partner in crime is Cathy Youngling. And I'm going to just give a quick little synopsis here. They are members of the Top Agent Network, which is the top 125 agents in Marin. And Cathy is a senior real estate specialist and e-pro agent and holds her broker's license. Cathy is also known as being creative and a savvy marketeer. And Myriam Noel McCarthy, and that's Myriam with a Y, attended the Parsons School of Design in New York City, and she calls herself a contradiction between creative visionary and analyst strategist. Their team includes stagers, painters, pest control inspectors, contractors, attorneys, landscapers, etc. Ladies, welcome to the Best of Investing.
Thanks, we're glad to be here.
Thank you.
All right, now let's get it right into the special. First of all, Myriam, as I remember, you were a former runway model in New York City and movie production.
Yeah, that's correct. That was years ago.
Oh, that years ago? Now, you still look good. Now, the audience doesn't know what you look like, so give them your Facebook page so they can see what you look like.
Oh, boy. Okay, you can go to Myriam Noel McCarthy. It's Myriam with a Y, M-Y-R-I-A-M. And I've stepped a long way. It's been a long time since I've been a model.
Okay. All right. Do you have a lot of fans on your page, Myriam?
I wouldn't call them fans, more like friends.
That's still kind of the same way.
Friend her on Facebook.
Okay, now tell us, what can a good agent do for a seller, such as being quarterback of the team, with the stagers and painters?
Well, I'll tell you, if you don't have an agent in charge of that marketing technique, you're going to really be missing the boat. Because you've got a very sophisticated market here in Marin where we expect homes to look perfect. And if you walk in and your house isn't looking perfect, you're going to be the one who doesn't sell it. So we've got a pretty good thing going here that Myriam's got the design eye, and we've got lots of experience in knowing what buyers are looking for.
Now, Cathy, you say that in Marin, you make that reference because, of course, you're specialists in the Marin real estate market, but I can tell you as someone who makes loans to real estate rehabbers and flippers all over the Bay Area, that's important everywhere. Maybe talk a little bit about how important staging is to actually getting a home sale in this market where some of the buyers are fewer and further between.
You're right, and you're right about staging being beyond here, but there are still some markets where you don't see it as much, like in Sacramento County. You know, that's one where they're just starting to learn staging. But what we've learned in the more immediate Bay Area is that when it's such a competitive market, if your home looks old and tired and you walk in and you see everybody else's stuff around there instead of seeing yourself in there, then it's harder to make that mental commitment to that home. And also it decreases its sense of value. Myriam, don't you think that over time people realize that a home that really looks good and shows well from the beginning speaks to the value of that home?
For sure. It will sell in less time and for a lot more money than an unstaged home. Buyers these days walk into a house and about probably the first 5 minutes to decide whether they want to buy it or not. So visually appealing is very important.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that where, you know, a buyer will make up its mind, their mind, before they put their hands on the doorknob.
And we've noticed the same thing. You know, we buy, fix, and resell a lot of houses ourselves, and we've staged in some areas, and in some areas we haven't staged. And I think we see the houses that we've staged in the areas where we do staging to sell faster and at a little bit higher price point. And especially in the upper price tier, the more expensive the house, the more important it is to stage it. The very, very low price tier, maybe they overlook some of those kinds of things.
Yeah, when we sold our house on Las Colinas, we had it staged, and we were convinced that the price paid for the staging would more than compensate for the fact of time is money. And it was funny, we had, my daughter was young, and we went to the house one time after it had been staged just to kind of see what was going on. And I mean, I personally didn't like it, but it wasn't my decision. It's the realtor's decision, right? Yeah. So anyway, we go to the bathroom, the kids' bathroom, and for some reason, they decided to change the wallpaper, do all this stuff, put a bunch of ducks, right? And my daughter, for whatever reason, she goes, "Daddy, they ducked up my bathroom. It's all ducked up."
That's funny.
Well, and isn't it true that, I know some homeowners might think, well, I've got nice furniture, so I'll just leave my furniture in. But isn't one of the tricks of staging is it's actually not truly livable. Generally, you walk in and it's not the way normal people would live, the way it's staged, but it does something.
Say nobody lives here.
Again, it's marketing. It's a technique. Isn't that true?
Yeah. It's totally true. You want the buyer to see themselves in that home. I can give you a perfect example. I had a listing, a pretty high-end home, and it was a beautiful, very modern home where there were seamless glass windows with a view of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. Just stunningly beautiful, but very modern. The people that own that home like French provincial things, so there are little angel heads on the wall and flowers here and there, and it just didn't go. I mean, you walked in there, and not only did you not see yourself in this home, but you couldn't see the house.
Yeah, and I've looked at that too, where when I've looked at staging, again, for our own house, I said, you know what, I gotta get my emotions, my taste totally out of it, because I'm not the buyer. I mean, if purple sells, then you paint the house purple.
Right, and purple doesn't often sell, by the way. And this house had a lot of pink and purple in it. So what we did finally was to convince the people that even though they loved their things, we had to get those things out of there. And we had been on the market for, I don't know, a couple months, and it wasn't selling for those reasons. And when we went in there and neutralized the home and brought in more modern elements to really show the style of that house, we sold it in a week.
Okay. So, all right, people, we are going to go to our first commercial break. We're in the studio here with the following: Mark Hahn, Pacific Private Money, my co-host; Brian Burke, Praxis Capital, my co-host; and the two lovely ladies, Cathy Youngling and Myriam McCarthy, who are real estate agents who are specialists in their areas, and we're going to get into other areas which you help sellers, okay? Here is our first commercial break, and remember the theme is famous people named Mark. Right, and if the answer is Mark Hoff, I've something messed up here.
Know all
yeah, exactly. Okay, here is our first trivia question. This well-known Mark used to be known as Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch before turning to acting. Who is this singer-turned-actor? The first 3 callers with the correct answer win a free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Lighthouse Resort. Their website again is lighthouseforfun.com. Call 888-912-1190. That's 888-912-1190 to answer this question. This well-known Mark used to be known as Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch before turning to acting. Who is this singer turned actor? Again, 888-912-1190. And as I remember, he's well known for his abs. Make sure to include your name, address, email address, and phone number, and we will be right back.